Yes, we got elevator music.
All right. So, welcome back, everybody. Where we left off, you guys were just arriving on floor 10. You had successfully traversed your way from floor 13 to 12, 12 to 11, and now you're traversed from 11 to 10. So, where we are in the prison, what makes this floor of any significance, particularly Mist and Temperance will know that this floor is where the control room for all of the cells are. So now you're on this floor, and the alarms are going off because obviously there are escaped prisoners. The control room is on this floor, and so there aren't a lot of cells here because this is where a lot of stuff is going on. Do you have a plan?
Say we let him loose.
Joel, if you're talking, we cannot hear you. Nope. Nothing.
Pretty sure it just said father.
How could you do this to me?
How about more?
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
I say let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So obviously the control room is going to have a couple of guards in it, guarding it, as it were. So what do you guys know about this room? Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't think I've ever been in there.
Typically, we don't have to do a lot with it.
You wouldn't have access, typically, right?
No.
Right.
I passed it one time.
Yeah. Do you have a plan for infiltrating said room?
Describe the room.
And what's our guards
One
looking
door,
like?
What are we doing?
Yeah, cool. All right, so you can, if you see the picture we have here of the floor that you're on, there's a lot of little passageways and there's stairs leading up to sort of like a platform. If you walk up those stairs in the back, to just the left, there's the door that leads to the control room. Now, none of you have been inside, so that's all you know at this point, is that behind that door is the control room.
Okay.
I say we go with Kovi's hamster idea and send him in.
Is he trying to seduce the guards? Like
With a hamster? Alright, go for it.
I was just gonna say send him in so that we can.
Well, that wasn't what he was talking about, but okay.
I know.
What kind of hamsters live in the dark forest?
Dark hamsters.
The drop the
With
soap
red
hamsters.
bulgy eyes.
That's specious, sir.
The drop the soap hamsters.
With the red bulgy
Scripture,
eyes.
man.
I'm gonna say no to the hamster, but I can become ooze. Gray ooze. I can melt the lock off the door, and if I just stay still, I look like a puddle. So
Cool. Now, something else to be wary of, and I don't know if he revealed it before or if this is the first time he's revealing it as you approach this room, but Mist had to pay a high price for getting the information about Thor and Majak being imprisoned. His words, not mine. High price. And that price is that Mist has to rescue someone for his informant from the prison. Who is that person and where are they held? Well, now I know where they're held. Sorry, who is that person? Just.
I hate you, Mike.
Just take the things you say.
Old gobbledygoo.
This would be a person of importance. They'd be held in a pretty unique place.
I'm coming up with this person?
Yeah, you make somebody up for your informant. Your informant has someone they needed.
Great.
They need rescued.
Well, my informant
Tiddlywinks.
was Grigori, and I am saving his nephew. How's that?
Okay, all right. So an orc. What is Grigori's nephew's name?
Ted.
Ted. Yeah, old Grigori and Ted.
Met Ted.
Cool. Have you ever met Ted before?
I have not.
Yeah, he's probably been here a while, I bet.
I've seen Ted before.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Did Grigori tell you why Ted is in here?
He did not.
Okay, all right. Does anyone know why Ted is in here?
I heard it had to do with hamsters.
I was gonna say Ted likes hamsters a little too much.
No, I mean, you know, the warden's got fetishes. If that were a crime, the warden would be in jail.
Wasn't Grigori like magic too?
Grigori is magic. Yeah, he's a bard.
Who's to say he's not a bard?
Yeah, Ted. Yeah.
Yeah, Ted's following in Grigori's footsteps. He's just a little bit clumsier.
So
he's a mother lover.
Yeah. So,
he squeezed someone a little too hard, thinking they were a hamster.
So Ted has done something egregious to land him in a pretty particular pickle. So maybe you don't know. Maybe you guys just don't know what Ted has done. No one knows. It's kind of a mystery. Exactly. So your best guess is that Ted's Bard, I guess.
It's like Dumbledore's brother.
Ted,
Nobody knows what he did.
Yeah.
They have an assumption.
Ted stole the warden's sandwich.
That would land you in jail. That would just be something you got in trouble for while you were in jail.
That was before they got in jail. It was...
All right, cool. Anyways, you're gonna have to rescue Ted. So did Miss tell you guys this beforehand, or is he springing it on you like now?
What?
I don't know,
hey,
Miss.
guys.
Did you give us a heads up about this?
It's like, hey guys.
I told Temperance about it because I was hoping she would help me find him in the jail, but it was more of a fly by the seat of the pants.
All right,
That's
cool.
how I roll.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Barrel roll.
All right, so
What I hear is we need to cause a distraction by releasing the prisoners.
So once you get in and release the prisoners, you also need to figure out where Ted is being kept.
We need.
I
to
bet
get
that's in that
security
control room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Well, Ted the orc. All right, so how are you going to use the ooze to break into the room?
He's gonna ooze into the room.
Well, first I'm gonna check out that door.
Cool. Do you want to discern realities on it, or?
Yes.
All right.
With an 8.
Cool. And that's also with your wisdom.
Oh, that's a 10 then.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you see a thick iron door. It has several locking mechanisms on it. It probably weighs several hundred pounds. And also on it, there's a sort of a circular seal. It's got these sort of runed inscriptions going around the seal, with some squiggles in the middle. You can't really make out what they represent, but it's some sort of shape. What do you do?
I detect traps.
All right, let's roll for that.
Hey.
Cool. You detect no traps.
Aw, but I rolled over a 10.
Yeah, there are none.
Nothing's hidden here. There's no traps. There's no way to deactivate the door.
Probably
None of that
detect
crap.
magic, but I don't think I have that.
It's just it's a door with some magic enchant on it. It's not a trap. It's just a locking.
That's
mechanism.
horse dirty. Then I want to pick the door.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Watch, this will be the shitty roll. Yes!
Cool.
Oh, nice.
All right. Cool.
Hey, when I get a 10, I
Double
get to
nut.
pick it. No problem. That's
Yeah,
what it says.
So how do you pick the lock on the door then? Describe it to me.
I put my hand on some symbols and I start tip tapping the door and I'm listening to it and it just opens up because I know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. You hear a real loud like chunk as it's sort of the main lock on hinges, and you hear a lot of like gears whirring inside and stuff. And then there's a big final sort of like as the door settles and just slightly cracks open like a boom, and then it pops open, and then you hear a voice inside, and the voice inside says, Ziggery, is that you? My shift was over hours ago.
All right, Ooze, get in there and kill him.
Melt his face!
I throw the ooze at his face.
I haven't even turned into the ooze yet, by the way.
We
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
you at his face, and then
I've
when
checked.
you land,
He's
you
not-
turn to ooze.
He's not Ooze. Yeah, he's just a dude.
I'm like, this is a very sturdy iron door, and ka-tunk, guys.
Kobe toss!
Come on, man! I opened the door. Someone else do
Well,
something.
the door's just
Then-
ajar, right? It's not like all the way open. You still have to like swing it open or whatever.
Let me see.
Fantastic. In that case, I'm gonna try to turn into a spider again instead.
Okay, all right.
Oh, good.
What kind of spider is this?
We'll just
It's
say
just
the
like-
spider open the door.
Yeah.
It's really
cat
just a regular
spider.
spider. It's just like a
I'm not-
poisonous spider.
I'm gonna say this just because I think it should be true. If you fail,
Thor
I
wants
feel
to
like
ride.
it would be more terrifying for the fail to hit this guy than an actual spider. I'm just saying.
All right, cool. So let's roll for the spider then.
Fail.
That is an 8.
Okay.
That is
So
not
I
a
got
fail.
2 holds.
All right.
And now I'm a tiny little spider.
So you go ahead and do your spider transformation then.
Crick crackle. My fingers separate, my thumbs sink in, and the fingers all just separate straight down the arms while I'm just morphing smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, shit.
This is very
You're an
horrifying.
Animorph, aren't you?
Basically, yeah.
Maybe he's
Let's
a
go with that.
Beetleborg.
Big
Oh,
bad Beetleborg. I throw the spider at the guy.
Well, the door's still not open.
He
I
reaches
open
around
the door
corner.
and then throw the spider at the guy.
I'm gonna
It's like a
climb up the
grenade.
wall and try to find where this guy is.
Okay. Well, hold on. Is Thorn trying to throw you? Is that you? Are you trying, Thorn?
No, I won't try. If
Okay,
he wants
alright.
to try climbing up the
All
walls.
right. Cool. All right. So you're climbing. The door's still not like open. So you're gonna try and like just slip through the crack of the door.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you slip through the crack, and when you get in, there's sort of several like chairs around the room, and there are these sort of like magic displays all along the wall, showing different parts of the prison. And then you see in front of it sort of this giant rune board, and the runes seem to correspond with the numbers that are on all of the jail cells throughout the prison. And there are 3 guards in there, all of them dwarves, obviously, sort of sitting there. They're looking at the monitors, but they're also sort of just like kind of shooting the crap. And then one of the guys is eating a sandwich.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a weird descriptor, but cool, man. What kind of sandwich? Can we tell?
You can't tell from this distance, yeah.
Oh,
Well, first I'm gonna like.
And two,
Kind of walk-
only Kovid sees this, right? You're all just like laying
Yeah.
outside the door, you know.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna be able to smell it.
I'm gonna.
Smell the sandwich.
It's
It's
a
a
prison.
sandwich.
It's a
Sandwich
prison.
it
There are a
is.
lot of smells.
Are you
But not all
Wolverine
good like
now?
a sandwich. Hey man,
I'm
I'm
gonna-
300 years old. I can smell some stuff.
I'm gonna come back out and kind of Charlotte's Web in between, like the door frame, and just write 3 guards.
Are you gonna
Go
write
back
your
in.
replacements
Can-
here, buddy? Don't worry,
Can-
in your web.
Can we make that his spider's illiterate? And so he writes it, but we can't understand.
He writes it in spider language.
Who the fuck is Sigurd?
Yeah, in fact, let's roll on your intelligence to see if you do manage to make a fully formed message.
Sweet. That's an 11.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
That happens.
it's legible.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
read it.
yeah.
It's in common. And
There are 3 guards. One has a sandwich.
does that spin one of
Like
your
he's
holes?
even drawn them.
Spinning the web and stuff.
If you wanted to, it can.
Yeah. Let's have that spin one of your holds because that's an action you're taking as a spider. All right, cool. So you've conveyed 3 guards to the group. What are the rest of you gonna do?
I say we bum rush him.
Let's see. What do I got?
I can surprise them by poisoning one before you rush in, if that's what you decide to do.
Well, I can use backstab. It says when you attack a surprise or defenseless enemy with melee, I can choose to deal extra damage.
Right. Well, so in order to backstab, you'd have to open the door, and so we'd need to roll Defy Danger to see if opening the door yields, if you do that successfully or not. But sure. If you
Would it still cause them surprise if suddenly a guy morphed in front of them?
I think so. Yes, I think that would cause them some surprise.
Surprise!
Cool. Hey,
Kicking
you
the
want
door open wouldn't call them surprise. That surprised the shit out of me.
Right, it would surprise them, but there'd be enough distance between you and them for them to like, you know.
Yeah, if he was to like go and then turn into a human in front of them and got them to face him, and then you came in from behind, you could surprise them again.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's got their attention.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crawl back up on the wall. I'm gonna drop down on Sandwich Boy, and I'm gonna use my other hold to inflict poison,
Oh, Sandwich Boy.
and that'll morph me back into a person.
Right on top of him. That's great.
Violate a sandwich.
All
Are
right.
you just gonna be like sitting on his head when you do that? Just bite him in the face and turn into a dude.
All right. So we're gonna have a Sandwich Boy. He's gonna be on the far right. This is for COVID. Sandwich Boy's on the far right. And then you're gonna have one of them's gonna be named Elf. He's a dwarf named Elf.
He's a dwarf
Fantastic.
named Elf.
Yeah. And then there's Bob.
It's a classic.
Sandwich Boy, Elf, and Bob.
Yeah, Sandwich
Perfect.
Boy, Elf, and Bob. All right. So you're gonna poison. Does it say how your poison works, or is it just a standard poison?
It's just a common animal move. It just says inflict my poison on them on
Okay.
even the sheet.
Yep. Okay. So he'll take 1 damage a round. Then describe to me how you're gonna jump on him and you know poison him.
I'm just gonna crawl up to the ceiling right above him, and just drop onto his head. It's gonna be like, what the fuck was that? Bite, elf.
All right. Cool. So you drop on him, you bite him, and as you bite him, you turn into a full-sized elf on top of his head, sort of plummeting him to the ground. The other two stand and immediately draw or go for drawing their weapons. As that's happening, what are the rest of you doing?
I hear the commotion and I bust in to backstab one of those bastards.
All right, cool. Yeah, you burst the door open. They're
can
already surprised. Yeah. What?
Can I sneak attack the other one, or we only get one sneak attack?
Do you have the sneak attack move?
I was just gonna try and sneak in behind him while one of them's distracted.
So he has a specific sneak attack move, right? So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tis fine then.
Alright, backstab him then.
All right. So which one are you backstabbing? Elf, Bob, or Sandwich Boy?
Sandwich Boy, he's already fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, Sandwich Boy's already on the ground.
He's on the ground, poisoned with an elf on top.
Oh,
of him.
I'll get one that's not on the ground then.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how I already rolled and, it turned out really well.
Okay. So yeah, Elf and Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with
Bob.
Elf.
Okay, Elf's in the center. So all right. Then go ahead and roll for damage.
Alright, so it says on a 10 plus, which that is.
Yep.
I get to choose 2. And it's either you don't get into melee with them, you deal an extra 1d6, you create an advantage +1 for me or an ally, or I reduce their armor. So I'm going to take an advantage of +1, and I'm going to deal an extra d6.
Okay. All right.
So I'll roll my d8 there, which didn't do crap. And then we're going to do a d6. Yeah, I'll take that. 6 damage.
All right. Cool. All right. So he takes 6 damage. You do some of the mathy maths. Cool. And describe the attack to me then.
Yeah, so I bust in and I go low and I slide on my knees and just right up the middle, man, and stick him in his stomach.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna kill him, but it's definitely gonna do some pretty decent damage to him. He's certainly caught surprised by the backstab. and because of the damage he's taken, people will get advantage on rolls against him in the future. Meanwhile, what are Thorn and Temperance doing as the door is just burst open and Mist has run into the backstab?
Thorin's gonna go in and he's gonna attack the guy Mist just attacked.
Okay.
Roll. It's a 9, sir.
Okay. All right. And then roll for damage.
It's gonna be a 9.
All right. So you won't kill him, but he's been knocked on the ground. And your 9 becomes a 10 because it's you get +1 advantage against him.
Oh, cool.
Right. So and then you can roll an extra d4 opening yourself up to attack if you want.
Nah.
All right. So then tell me how you damage him. So he's been stuck in the stomach. He's been caught surprised, and then what do?
I'm gonna just run in and then take my new baton chucks out,
Yeah.
and then just like smack him in the head a couple of times.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So you beat him in the head.
Yeah.
And it definitely.
Drum solo.
Yeah.
style.
At this time, Bob has made his way over to Sandwich Boy and is he's making a thrust to stab Covid. What is Temperance doing?
Magic weapon.
All right.
It's gonna be a 9.
All right. And how's that work?
Is it always gonna be consistently one weapon, or can I do different weapons?
I thought does magic weapon not imbue a weapon that you already have with power, or how does that read?
Okay, it is. So it's a staff. Yeah, it's the staff I'm holding.
Mm-hmm.
And it pulses with energy, and what it says is it does +1 d4 damage until you dismiss the spell.
Okay. All right. So you're casting a spell. Yep. Then Covid, can I get you to roll Defy Danger
All right.
with your Dex strength?
Cool. That's a 7.
Cool. All right. Put your back down too. Yep. Cool. There we go. All right. So he's going to attack you a little bit, but you're going to take like half damage because you're going to mostly dodge it. So he attacks you for 3. We'll cut that in half, and we'll just do 1. And you can, if you have any armor, you can deck that off. So how does he come in for the attack, and then how do you sort of mostly dodge it?
He goes to, what's he using?
He's got like a sword.
All right, he goes to stab at me, but I'm reaching down for the sandwich at the same time, so it just gives me a light cut on the back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So he sort of like breezes by you and just nicks you with the sword as he runs by. Let's roll on your dexterity for picking up the sandwich.
Sweet.
Jeez, man.
You get that sandwich, man. You
Oh, he
get that
snatched that.
sandwich. It is yours.
What sandwich is
right?
it now?
What is it, Covid? Tell us.
Yeah, Sandwich Boy is mad. Man, Sandwich Boy is mad. All right, cool. What is Mist up to?
Miss is going to take a spinning chop on the guy that hasn't died yet, that I just stabbed in the stomach.
Okay, so for the record, you stabbed him. Thorn came in, beat him in the face with his things, and now you're coming in right behind Thorn to do more damage.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to kill this guy.
Okay, cool.
Three cheese
so
meatballs,
let's roll for it then.
That's an 8.
All right, cool. And then roll for damage.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
All right, he will not die.
Damn.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit left. So tell me what you're doing though.
I inscribe an M on his chest, and I was hoping it would go deeper, but it didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you scribed him on his chest. He's in pretty bad shape now. But Sandwich Boy has gotten up at this point. He's pretty mad about his sandwich. And so as you were going to make your cut into Elf, Sandwich Boy has come in for a body check. Now you've made your hit, but just as you finish off the M, Sandwich Boy shoulder checks you and checks you into the wall in the side, and you're going to take 3 damage on that. You take armor from that.
And he's gonna take a little poison damage.
Yeah, and then he'll take 1 poison. Actually, this will be his second round, so he'll have taken 2 damage on that at this point. What's Thorin up to?
So Thorin, Sandwich Boy, is he poisoned?
Yeah, he's poisoned. He's just
All
body
right.
checked missed.
And okay. And the other guy, me and Mist attacked. He's still up and running.
Yeah,
right?
he's hurting pretty bad though. I mean, he's been hit several times. And then Bob has.
Yeah, what's going on with Bob?
Bob had just attacked Covid and just run past him, having cut him in the back slightly as Covid picks up his 3 cheese meatball sub to eat it.
Okay.
3 cheese meatball
I'm
sub.
gonna attack Bob while he's all confused at him running by Covid.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Okay. See what we get. That's a 12.
Okay. All right, and then roll for some damage then.
It's gonna be 6 damage on Bob.
All right, cool. So tell me how you do it.
I'm gonna run up behind him while his back is still facing towards me. How close to the wall is he?
He's probably about 3 feet away.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go up and like dwarf kick him with both of my feet and just kick him right into the wall.
Nice, cool. Awesome. Well, so he's unaware because he's unaware, and you've drop kicked him into the wall using your environment around you. You can roll an additional D4 for damage as he hits the wall.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 3.
All right, cool. So do the maths. Cool. So yeah, he hits the wall, and he falls to the ground momentarily. After he does that, what is Covid up to?
Well, now that Covid secured the sandwich, he's gonna transform again.
All right.
Let's see. What am I gonna pick this time? I'm gonna pick the Panther this time.
All right.
12.
You are going to be a panther for sure. All right.
Ooh.
Describe your transformation and then tell us what a panther does.
This time it's so quick that there's barely a few cracks before I'm already in panther form.
Okay.
And what a panther does is it has 2 different moves. It has a soft step, which is a sneaky movement, and pounce, which knocks the enemy prone with its attack.
Okay. All right. So while you're transforming to a panther, what is Temperance doing?
How are our people looking? Like, the guards.
I mean, Elf's pretty hurt. Bob's hurt-ish, and Sandwich Boy is only just got the poison damage, really. So.
All right, so we're gonna have to do hack and slash since I just got my magic weapon.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be a 10, but since I'm kind of shitty at strength, that is a 9.
Okay. All right. Then you can go and roll for damage too. Then.
All right, and since I have the magic weapon, I have the additional 4.
Yeah.
That's 6 damage.
All right, and who's that against?
That was against Bob, I think. Yeah.
Bob. Okay. So Bob's the one that Thorin just kicked against the wall. So, all right. So yeah, you're gonna hurt him. Tell me how you do it.
I'm gonna take my magic glowy staff, and obviously because it's imbued with magic, it's gonna hurt a lot worse when I'm jabbing him in the gut, just repeatedly, just beating the shit out of him with the stick.
Okay, yeah. So you start. He's already kind of on the ground. So as he was getting up, you attack him, hitting him over and over again. Sandwich Boy doesn't take too kindly to this. He's not too happy about it. And so Sandwich Boy takes his his sword, and he cracks you on top of the skull with it. He doesn't want to kill you because you like work for the prison, but he doesn't know why you're like acting with these prisoners. So he hits you in the head with the butt of his sword, doing 6 damage. You can deduct the armor you have from that, and knocking you to the ground. Meanwhile, what's Mist up to?
Mist is gonna go right back after not doing so good elf dude.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's just going to try to cut his head off, I guess.
All right.
That is 7.
All right. So then roll for damage.
That's an
Oh
8.
yeah, definitely.
He's
so
done.
You'll lop that off pretty good. Go ahead and describe it to me.
So he's standing in front of me, and I'm pretty done with this guy. So I just kind of thrust my sword right through the middle of his throat, and then I do a flourish with my wrist, and it just goes side to side and cuts his head off.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and his head pops right off. Gore everywhere. Now, Sandwich Boy, despite being knocked out at the very beginning, he's kind of a powerhouse. After having just knocked Temperance in the head, seeing you decapitate his good buddy Elf, he stabs you in the back of the shoulder. He just sort of reaches out from the other move, and so you take a stab in the back of the shoulder. It's gonna do 2 damage. You can deduct armor from that.
That glances right off me.
Yeah, look at that. So, meanwhile, Thorn, what's happening?
That guy just won't die, will he?
Well, no one's really actually attacked Sandwich Boy except for the initial.
No, I was talking about the other guy.
Elf is
I
dead.
chopped his head off.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
I
dead.
thought that's
He's
who
dead
you were
then.
talking about was Elf. I was like, how is he still alive?
Nah, Elf is dead.
All right, Sandwich Boy. I'm going after Sandwich Boy.
Yeah.
I got 11.
All right. Yeah. You attack him then. Give me some roll for some damage.
Sweet damage. That's gonna be 10 damage to Sandwich Boy.
And you can roll an extra D4, opening yourself up to attack.
I guess I can.
Okay.
That's an additional 3.
All right. So 13 total.
Yep.
All right. Sandwich Boy will not be dead, but he'll be dang close for sure. Tell me how you do it.
So I want to go and jump. I'm guessing there's like a control panel around, or
Yeah, sure.
all right. So like I go and jump off like that, and then just take my knee and just shove it right into his face, and break a couple of his teeth.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you
Won't ever be eating a sandwich again.
As sort of he's just stabbed Mist, you're coming down on him as it's happening, and crack him right in the face, knocking him to the ground. You come crashing to the ground with him, and as you hit the ground, you land a little awkwardly, hitting your knee on the concrete, and that's going to do some basic damage to you. 2 damage, taking the armor from that. As you sort of hit the ground hardly. Meanwhile, Bob has sort of regained himself and is now threatening to attack Mist because he thinks he's compromised for having just been attacked. What is Covid doing?
Covid's gonna take a swipe at Sandwich Boy, not using a hold or anything, just an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Is that a straight 9 or?
Well, I don't know what I would use for a Panther. Either way, my strength is a 0, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Roll for damage.
Let's see. With Red of Tooth and Claw, it's a D8. 4 damage.
All right. Cool. That will kill Sandwich Boy. So you can describe that carnage to me.
Cool. Right after I turn over and see him jump off and attack Sandwich Boy. So while they're on the way down, I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna take a swipe, take my claws directly across his throat.
Okay. So yeah, you catch him across the neck just as he's hit the ground, spilling his blood everywhere and killing him. Bob Bob, however, is still in the fray, and he's headed for Mist, right? Mist, can you roll Defy Danger to see if he gets you or not?
Sure. Yeah, he can go fuck himself. That's a 12.
Cool. All right, so here's what I'm going to need you to explain to me. You've dodged him, but you've dodged him in such a way that you've caused injury to COVID for rolling his 9. How has that happened?
Shit. Okay. Well, because I'm on my knees with, I just thrust that sword through the guy's neck. I hear something coming up behind me, and I instantly spring up and do like one of those half-barrel spin type deals to get out of the way. And unfortunately, I kick COVID in the face because he's a little closer than I thought, and he catches the tip of my foot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So COVID, you're going to take 3 damage minus any armor that you have to the face as Mist jumps out of the way, but Bob does miss hitting Mist. He misses Mist, and
he's the only one that's missed me my whole life.
yeah. What is that Temperance doing?
Gotta hack and slash with that magic weapon until I put away that spell. So
Yeah, okay.
going for Bob.
Go
Alright.
for it.
Yeah, Bob's the only one left.
That's a 7.
Bob's going down.
Okay, and then roll for damage.
All right. And that's going to be a 7 on damage.
Cool. You're gonna kill Bob. So tell me what
Yeah.
happens.
Dead.
I'm going to basically take this like spear and just bust it straight into his skull.
Cool. All right. So here's how this is all going down. Like I said, these things are all kind of happening simultaneously. So Bob has just missed, and
The best ever.
and
Mystified.
as he's like kind of run, stumbled, and fallen, you've thrown your rod like a spear. It's caught him right in the back of the head, coming out the other side,
Yep.
knocking him to the ground. However, COVID has been launched into the air by this kick, and just as you let go of the spear, COVID's body comes crashing into yours, doing some damage as well. It's 4 damage, minus any armor that you have, and you both
Alright.
fall to the ground. But the guards have been dispatched now at this time. There are no more guards here in the room. Maybe a little banged up, but you and these dead guards are just hanging out here in this room.
Press all the buttons.
Press all the buttons.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not necessarily. So, does someone want to discern realities to see if they have an idea of what it all means and if they notice anything, or do y'all just want to go press all the buttons? That's an option, sure.
I'll discern
Let's
realities.
discern realities and actually.
What is this gonna be?
Plus wisdom.
I'm just gonna go sit behind the door in case someone else comes in,
Yeah. I guess you finished the sandwich. Yeah.
while staring
I got
at
it.
this in the face now that he's kicked me.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
All right.
It was on what?
Cool.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody wanted to roll to help him and boost him up.
Yeah,
that's-
I got a 13.
Okay, so yeah, you can basically give him +1 to his roll.
Okay, cool.
Putting his 9 to a 10.
10.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're a dwarf, and this is written in dwarven runes, and so you can read it pretty well. So what you notice is a couple of things. There's a map of the prison. You can tell sort of what the runes all mean and what jail cells they correspond to. And then there's sort of like a list of like important prisoners off to the side. And you do find Ted's name on the list, written in runes. Ted.
Okay.
And
Ted.
Ted's being held in the there's sort of a special jail cell room that's up about 2 levels from here, and that's where he's being held. It's a largest room, and it spans 3 floors worth of height. And also on the map, you notice the room where the armory is. This is likely where your stuff is.
Okay.
And that's just 1 floor up from where you are now.
Okay.
And then you can sort of read the and how to unlock all the cages. It looks like the cage that Ted's in is not one that can be unlocked through the system. It has to be locked on site. But that's where you're at.
Okay. So I tell everybody, hey, Ted's right here. Looks like he's right beside some dude named Bill. And we're gonna have to go and figure this out. And even if we release all the other prisoners, he won't be released. So we need to figure out exactly what his the special thing about his is.
All right, I guess maybe we should release all the prisoners later. It might be hard fighting all these criminals trying to get him out of his own cell.
Yeah, I don't think that would be fun.
Oh, no releasing the prisoners? Oh, well.
I know, I was kind of
So
excited.
Do I know how to release the prisoners?
Yeah, you can tell. Listen, you can sort of read the I mean, there's some like basic instructions on how to release the prisoners.
Okay, so I know how to release the prisoners if we wanted to do that.
And you can release prisoners only on certain floors if you wanted to, or you can release individual cages if you wanted to. That's also an option.
Okay.
It's definitely not an all or nothing scenario.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can release prisoners above you, below you, on the floors just around you, or not around
Hey,
you.
seeing as how we're going up, let's release a couple below us to cause a little distraction. Maybe it'll make it easier.
I
Get some
do
guards
that.
down there.
I do that.
All right. So everyone's okay with that?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Release a couple below
Okay.
us.
So you just release the bottom floor, bottom 2 floors, bottom 3 floors.
2
Bottom
floors?
Okay. Cool.
I would say 2. That way we at least have a floor between
There's a
them
buffer.
and us,
Yeah. Makes sense.
so that we can make sure they're not guards aren't running like past us.
Yeah.
They'd have to come up. So
Yeah. You could likely silence the alarm from here too. I don't know.
Yeah, we should do that if we
I
can.
try that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's see if you figure out the correct sequence for that. Roll on intelligence for
My other great stat.
yeah.
No. I got a 4.
Yeah. So you try and turn the alarm off, but it's the wrong sequence. The door behind you closes and locks shut, and the alarm
Butterfingers.
continues to go on. And the light in your room now starts to go sort of. There's like a pulsating magical light going off in your room as well. But you did manage to release all the floors down below, the 2 floors below. So I'm sure that's causing some problems and chaos. But now that the door is locked back shut, what are you guys gonna do?
Someone
I'm
smarter than
assuming-
me deal with this.
I'm going
Okay.
to assume that it opens from the inside and not the outside, so I'm just going to open the door.
Yeah, well, so no, because the wrong sequence has been entered, it's locked from the inside and the outside.
Okay.
Well, then I'm going to pick the door again.
Yeah.
Right. I was gonna ask whose wisdom was who.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So let's roll for picking the lock.
That's an 8.
Cool. So you disengage a number of the systems, but there does seem to be just one of the locking pins that you can't disengage, and so it's you're a lot closer, but not fully there yet. You might have to employ insistence or some other method to get that last piece.
I'm gonna transform back into a person and now try to transform into the gray ooze
Okay. All right.
with an 11.
Oh yeah, you become gray ooze. Describe it to me.
Cool. I literally melt just into a puddle. Just.
Okay.
Gross.
All right.
And I'm gonna use one of the holds immediately, which is corrode metal, and I'm gonna melt the door.
All right. All right. It'd probably take you a while to corrode the whole door. Do you want to just corrode the last pin in place, or?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right.
I'm gonna reach a long, slimy tendril in and just.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you definitely melt that last pin, and the door sort of frees up. It releases where you can open it at this point. So is that what you guys do? You open the door and heading out?
Mm-hmm.
We going to find
Bill.
Ted.
Yeah.
not Bill, Ted.
Ted. Yeah. So
Old Ted.
cool. So yeah, you headed out, and Let's get everyone to roll a Defy Danger to see if you run into any opposition leaving this floor.
I'm an 8.
I am a.
We're rolling Defy Danger.
Yeah.
On what?
That's what.
It's gonna be on your dex in this particular situation. So.
Cool. 9.
Yeah.
9.
Okay. All right. So no one failed. So what happens is there are a few like just weakling guards that do show up. You guys manage to manage to dispatch them. It takes a little bit of time to do so, but like you come out pretty unscathed. You just have to deal with them. They're sort of nobodies. So you make it the staircase ascending to the next level, and that level is where the armory is. If that's something you want to visit, or if you want to continue on up and pass by that, you could.
Mist wants to go in the armory.
Yeah, I want to get my
armory.
weapons back.
Yeah.
I want to get my cup chucks back.
Cool. All right. So, let's see. Let's change scenes here for a second. Yeah. So you head to the next level, and there are Yep. It's sort of a hallway. There are some cells on this level, but no one's actually in them. At the end of the hallway is sort of an open door, and that is where the map said the armory would be, is just past that area. Seems like most of the guards have cleared out of this area. They've gone maybe to deal with all of the escaped prisoners that are now terrorizing the building. It's possible by this point some prisoners might have made their way close to your general area, just because of the time it took you to dispatch the guards in that level. But you haven't seen any yet. So what do you do?
Mist wants to find anything that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
so
what-
you want to enter the room?
Yes.
Cool. So do you just waltz right in, or?
I want to detect traps.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. You don't have to roll for that. You don't detect any.
It's too late. I already did it, and it's perfect.
Cool. You detect nothing. There are no
Yeah,
traps.
well, I guess fuck it. We're just gonna walk in, right?
Yeah. So
Rate it.
I'm gonna slime my way in there.
yeah, you walk in, and as you walk in, there's someone in there, and they're wearing prison clothing, and they're rummaging through the armory. Well, do you say anything? They've got your back to you right at the moment.
Gurgle.
Yeah,
who are you?
What up?
So yeah, you sort of spout out the "Who are you? Who are you?" And as the person turns around, it is none other than Zap the Immolator. He sees Mist and immediately flame on. You know, he flames on.
Fucking hate that guy.
And he's like, "You." What do you guys do?
I give him the middle finger and fucking cut him.
All right. Let's roll for some attack then on that.
Okay. Yeah, it's another 12. He's dying.
Yeah, roll for some damage then.
Oh, that's awesome. I cut his ear off, Mike. I cut his I cut his thumb off.
So you go to cut his thumb off, right? But 2 is just not a lot of damage at all. Even
It's
for a
enough to
thumb.
cut a thumb. Come on.
It depends. It's less than 10% of his life.
His thumb's less than 10% of his body.
So you definitely slice his thumb, right? But it doesn't cut it off.
This is garbage.
And he jumps back because he's as you attacked him, he even started jumping back, and so that's why he only just cut his thumb and missed his body. And flames form underneath his feet as he jumps backwards. And what are the rest of you doing?
I guess I'm gonna use another hold to throw acid at him.
All right. So you throw acid at him. Let's see how what the effectiveness of that is. So you toss the acid. It's gonna have some effect, but let's roll 2d6 on dex for your tossing, basically.
That's a 5.
Yeah. So your toss is not super successful. So the acid does hit him, and it burns just a little bit of his body. A little bit of splatters on his chest, but it's just you didn't quite get the distance you wanted to. So if you roll like a D4, we'll see what he gets off of that.
3.
Yeah, so he gets 3 damage from the acid burn. What are Thor and Timbers doing while this is all going down?
Magic weapon hack and slash while I still have it out.
All right.
Kirby, move. Oh wow. Okay. So that's a 11.
All right, and then roll for damage. Is it
That's
D6?
7.
D6 and a D4 together, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So tell me how you damage him with your staff.
I trip him up. I use a sweeping motion, and because it's empowered, it takes him right off his feet.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you sweep him. He falls to the ground, hitting his head on the concrete. Flames just spilling forth from him as you do so. What is Thorin doing while this is happening? If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Thorin looks around to see if he can catch a glimpse of his cup chokes.
Yeah, roll
Anywhere.
Roll some discern realities.
All right. Nope, I don't see dog shit. I gotta. What would that be? Dexterity?
Discern realities is on wisdom.
Wisdom? Yeah, I got a 2.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I see nothing.
Yeah.
You
So
blind as shit.
So while you're sort of rummaging through stuff, trying to find these cup checks and being very unsuccessful, Zap has just hit the ground and shot some flames out wildly, which have caught you just sort of across the back, and that's gonna do. I hit a button, but nothing happened. Yep, roll them. 4 damage. That ignores armor because it's fire damage across the back as you're sort of in your search. And then Mist, what are you doing? Seeing all this go down.
Miss is still extra pissed at this guy because he really hates him.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna, run up and try to cut his fucking hand off this time.
All right. So roll for that.
Yep.
It's 10, right? Yeah.
And a 4.
Cool. We can cut his hand off, sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, just tell me how you do it.
All right. So I go in and I fake a jab, and he jumps back and moves his arm out of the way, and I swipe back up and I take his hand clean off.
All right. Yeah. His hand flies off of his wrist. He draws it to his chest, clutching it. He was already like slightly on the ground anyways as he was trying to hop back, and so he just rolls, clutching his wrist to his chest. Did you want to do any additional damage for opening yourself up? A D4?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. So what's Kovid up to?
Kovid's gonna use his last hold, fling a little more acid at him.
All right. Yeah, so let's roll a volley basically on that.
Flick it on his stump.
Effectiveness.
I'm trying to hit him in the eyes. 7.
All right. So does the acid have a roll for damage on it? A normal roll? Or does it
No,
okay.
that was just on my stole, basically.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's roll a D8 on that then.
Woo! Hello.
Yeah. So
Nice.
You fling the acid at him. It catches him as he's clutching his arm. It catches him in the same arm that he's clutching, burning his open wound, doing 8 damage. When you do that, obviously you turn back into your elf form, and you were just slightly underneath the table when you were doing so, not realizing because you were a tiny ooze. So as you instantly transform, you hit your head on the table, and you're gonna take just a little bit of damage on that. It's 4 damage, minus any armor.
A little bit.
Yeah, minus armor. You have a sensitive head, you know. Anyways, what's Thorin doing?
Well, Thorin just got hit in the
Yeah.
back, and he's a little pissed about that. Is this guy still on the ground, or is he up?
Yeah.
now?
He rolled across the ground and he got hit again, so he still hadn't had a chance to quite get up yet.
I'm gonna go
Curb
kick him
stop.
in the face for burning me.
Cool. All right.
It's gonna be a 10.
All right. Roll for damage.
It's gonna be an 11.
Dang. Your kick to the face will kill him. So, yeah. Let's play that out.
I get really mad about the fact that he burned me while I was looking for my stuff,
Yeah.
and I just go over and I just kick him right upside the head. And I guess I hit one of his temples and kill him.
Cool. Yeah. He hits the ground. His flames extinguish, and he is lifeless on the floor. And now you have the room to yourselves at this point. So
I go back to searching for my cup chuck.
cool. Yeah.
Mist wants something magical and pretty.
All right. So
Throw Ziggury
cool
around
too.
your shoulders and just do the Ace Ventura thing.
so as you guys are sort of rummaging through the room, Thorin does find his Kupchuks eventually.
Yeah.
Kovid, are you looking for your spear at all?
Oh no, Kovid usually uses animal,
Yeah.
but
Well,
he just uses the spear whenever he doesn't have animal.
Okay, so but you're not looking for your spear that was taken from you when you entered?
Not particularly. It's
Okay.
of no value.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you were not looking for the spear, and then Mist is rummaging for something nice and pretty.
Same. I want something cool.
Right, cool. Let me get you guys to roll. What would that even be? Let's just roll on wisdom for finding something pretty, both of you.
Pretty?
Yeah.
Exclusively because I have a +2 in wisdom, I'm gonna also find something pretty.
I have a +0, but I'm gonna use that one hold on that roll and give me a 7. So it's a win.
Okay.
I got a 10!
And an 8.
All right. So, Mist, you notice there's sort of a dagger. It's like an enchanted dagger.
Sweet.
Yep. And it's sort of pulsating red. And it's seemingly you have a feeling, anyways. I mean, it's hard to tell because you're not like a wizard or anything, but you get the feeling that this dagger has the power to rend like an open wound, to cause someone to sort of continuously bleed after they've been stabbed with it.
All right.
Yep. So Temperance, what you find is a magical bracelet. The bracelet, now being a learned magic user, you can sort of tell that the bracelet will allow you to store magical energy, giving you a +1 hold that you could use at the beginning of battle. So you could store energy in it now, and then that would give you a +1 on your first roll of a fight. And then Thorin, what'd you roll?
Oh, what were we rolling?
Were you rolling to find? No, you weren't rolling to find.
No,
I did.
I was
just
he was just digging for his
trying to
cup
get-
chucks.
Check.
Yeah, I was just
So
trying to
then,
get
yeah,
my cup.
okay. So Kobe rolled. What would you roll on that? That was a
It was an 8.
8. Okay, cool. And Kobe finds a collar. It's like an animal collar, right? And the animal collar, you can sort of sense that it changes size and shape with whatever creature it's put upon. That collar will basically enhance the magical abilities of animals in this particular scenario from a player perspective. It'll give you +1 to every other roll, starting with the first roll, and then from there on out,
Nice.
as an animal. So, all right, and that's what you guys find. And then there's nothing else of consequence in the room other than just
Sweet.
crappy swords and daggers and bows and whatever, just generic
Other stuff.
war equipment. So,
Other things.
Yep.
Sweet.
Cool.
Miss straps dagger to his chest. He's very happy.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, are you guys then leaving this room then?
I'm
On
gonna
to
transform
find
again
Ted.
before leaving.
Okay. What are we
There you
transforming
go.
into?
Back into a panther.
All right. Let's roll for it.
Sneaky. That is a 7.
All right. Cool. So, you'll only get was it one hold?
2
or
holds.
2 holds. All right. So, you become a panther once again. And then you guys are looking to leave. Cool. Now the next level up is the level where you know that Ted
Ted
is
is.
being held. And like I said, you also sort of know that it's it has 3 floors worth of height to its level, so it's a big open room to some degree. Do you go ahead and start making your way to that area, going up a level?
Yes.
Might as well.
Yep. Okay. Cool. And then let's yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and go. So you enter the room, and as you enter the room, there is a single cage suspended from the ceiling. There are a number of cages all around, but the single cage, you can see inside it from a distance that there is sort of an orc in there. Whether it's Ted or not, it's hard to say. But Ted is in, or their orc is in that cage. So, and you're sort of looking up at it from the bottom floor at this point. There are tiers you can walk up if you wanted to.
I'd like to detect traps.
Yeah. So roll for that.
That is an 8-9.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are your I guess questions then?
Okay. Let's see. On a 9. Oh shit. Is there a trap in here, and if so, what activates it?
Cool. There is a trap. If activating it, if you sort of just blindly try and open the cage, it'll activate the trap.
Okay, so opening it activates it.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Man, I wish I had rolled better. We could have asked what it did. Shit.
Yeah. Well, at least we know what not to do.
That's right.
Melt the bottom of the cage.
Uh,
How far would he fall?
About 2 stories.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Yeah,
not.
oof.
can I discern realities to see if I see anything that might look like a hint or something to open the cage?
You can discern realities and see what you discover in the room, basically, if you want.
That's intelligence, isn't it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yep.
We got a 4.
You all right? So here's what you see. Right. You see the chain going up to the ceiling from the cage. It looks like it attaches to a lever on the wall across from the cage on the upper level. So you believe pretty strongly that that's the mechanism to release the cage. You know, and that's what your character knows now. I mean, we're going to play our level, and so let's try not to metagame. But so that's what your character believes firmly. That's not the case. You rolled a 4. That is not the case. But that's
No,
what
I figured.
that's what your character believes.
Guys, I see a lever, and I'm pretty sure it's connected to the cage.
Where's that? Is Joel still there? Because I lost his picture.
No,
I think
I'm
he
still
paused.
there.
Yeah, he paused for a second.
Okay.
So I think we should go for the lever. What do you guys think?
I vote no because it could open the cage, and as we know, that could set a trap off.
But I thought it only activated if,
The trap.
We open the cage.
Right.
As employees of the prison, do we know anything at all about like these special suspended cages?
No.
But I have a really good feeling about that lever.
A really good feeling about the lever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the lever we're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, my role for discerning's done. I guess someone else could try it.
Okay.
Or we could just do the lever.
Hold on.
Panther
you get?
doesn't have opposable thumbs, so it's just gonna sit here.
What did you get for discern reality?
Wait, he rolled his trap expert.
No, I did the trap expert, so my role's done.
Yeah.
Until my turn
Okay,
comes
so if
back.
I discern reality, I got 10 plus 2, so I got a 12 on discern reality.
Woo!
Cool. You look at the mechanism and you feel pretty inclined that the lever is not going to yield the result that you want.
Okay, no lever time.
But I'm telling you,
But that's what you feel, right?
I think it's the lever.
That is your opposing opinion now to his
Yeah,
opinion.
we're arguing, but yes, continue.
Yeah, but you feel that the lever is basically going to drop the cage from where it is.
lever. Lever.
Is
No
what
lever.
you believe.
Lever.
And then does Covey have a way in here?
Growl. I'm a panther.
Yeah, right.
I'm just sitting here like, let's see what happens. This is none
Miss
of my
weighs
business.
in on temperance right now, just because she knows the jail better.
Yeah.
And we already know the trap, so I'm already wary about that.
Yeah. All right. So
Telling you
The
guys,
lever
you're
just
making a
seems
big
easy.
mistake.
what
You're
we all
making
do,
a
right?
huge
You
mistake.
got some action to take.
Just, sorry, buddy, bye. No, just kidding.
Is there any other? Is there any prisoners in these walls? Or is it just he's in that cage and no one else?
So you're still on the bottom level looking up at all of this, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cages are all on the top level, so you can't really see into them very well. You can't see if they're prisoners or not. You'd have to make your way up there to know.
In that case, I'm going to use one of my holds, the soft step, the sneaky movement,
Yeah.
to kind of prowl around the top level and see if I see anybody.
Okay, so as a panther, you should have like scale up one of the columns or something up to the top and do a round. Yeah. So let's do some discern realities once you've reached the top to see if you notice anything interesting.
Panther, pull the lever. I'm pretty
That's
sure
on
that's
wisdom,
what we
right?
need to do.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
Cool. Yeah. So as you're prowling around at the top where these cages are, there are indeed prisoners inside them, but they all seem almost lifeless. I mean, they're alive, but they all have like dead eyes, and they're all just sort of like curled up in the corner of their cages. All the prisoners at this level are in a bad state, maybe mentally, maybe some of them physically as well, but definitely they're all like at the back of the cage, and none of them are near the edge or the bars or anything. They're all recoiled back, and so you see that and while you're up there, you do see the lever. You do see that it is in some way connected to the thing, but it's unclear as to exactly what it does because you're a panther up there looking at other things, but that is something you notice.
Well, I don't have opposable thumbs, so I'm going to ignore the lever. I am going to go back down, hop down, spend all my holds to transform back and be like, this place gives me the creeps, guys.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like half-dead people all around here.
Telling you should have pulled the lever.
Mist is gonna say that he hears boss battle music and feels like something's coming out of the ceiling.
Yeah, there was health potions and mana potions and a save point. I don't trust it.
Is this Zelda Spider time? I'm not down.
Look, man, all we gotta do is shoot it in its big eyeball a couple of times. It falls down, we whack it with the sword, we're good.
Yeah.
What do? We gotta get him out.
Yeah.
I don't want to pull that lever.
Is there anything soft you could land on?
Well, let me ask this: are you guys going to travel to the top level, or are y'all still just going to hang out at the bottom level?
Top level of the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Mist will go up there. I'm not sure.
We'll
Yeah.
travel up because I'm still.
People won't know we're there anyway because
Yeah, I've already seen that there aren't any like guards or anything, so.
Yeah.
Let's make our way up.
Yeah. All right. So you guys make your way to the top. That's no problem. You guys also then get a view of the prisoners. So something else, now that you're all up there, that you notice about the prisoners, Mist in particular notices this because he's got pretty strong feelings about the whole thing. Thorin too. They're all goblins. Yeah. I mean, they're mentally and physically broken goblins. They're not.
I start like scratching my right butt cheek because that's where the tattoo I got that says "fuck goblins."
Yeah.
It's imbued with a magical power that makes my butt cheek itch when I'm around them.
Yeah.
I get very nervous. I hate goblins.
Yeah, it's pretty unclear as to why they're here or what they're doing or whatever. But there is a
Per se, how many goblins are in this room?
At this point in time, there's
how many can I discern?
There's maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 per cage, and there are like 30 cages. So
like 300 or so.
No, you're probably looking at about 60 goblins, maybe.
Oh shit, man!
Yeah.
We had problems
not
with like
release
12.
the goblins. We're keeping them in their cages.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So you now have a clear view of the orc in the cage. You could yell at him. He's sort of just staring at you guys. He doesn't know what to think through the bars.
I'm gonna yell down and say, "Hey,
How do we release
do you know anyone by the name of Grigori?"
So you see sort of a flash in his eyes, and he looks out and he says, "How do you know Uncle Gregory?"
I've been sent here by him to break you out of here. Your uncle's a good friend of mine.
He looks at you and he says, "I don't believe you. I see that armband. You work for the jail."
That's how I got in here, sir. You either want out, trust me, or you can rot in that cage.
Yeah, he yells out, "If you know Uncle Gregory so well, what's his favorite thing to do?"
Drink in a bar. I buy him all the time.
He says, All right, you do know Uncle Gregory."
In all honesty, with the way D&D this world is, you had a 50-50 shot that was going to work.
While all this is happening, I'm going to be muttering under my breath, "Oh yeah, like the fucking eye and teeth, don't give it away that I work here, yeah."
Well, he doesn't know about you guys, but he sees both Temperance and Mist still have their armbands on. They've never removed them.
Yep.
And to be fair, you are all carrying guard sigils. Like the 3 of you are carrying guard sigils.
I definitely am. Yes, that's
and
true.
Yeah.
and I'm wearing a guard's uniform still.
Yeah. So I mean, and
I'm a dwarf.
Anyways. So yeah, I mean, you all look like you're mostly working for the prison, except for COVID, and
right.
he's just sort of a weird entity.
He's a weird panther.
Yeah. So
I'm infectious.
Old Ted says, "Look, man, look, you got to get me out of here, man. They're gonna do horrible things to me, man. They don't like me in here, man. They don't like what I stand for."
So, do you have any idea how to get you out of that cage without, killing you or us?
He says, "I don't know, man. Like I woke up in this cage, right? They knocked me out, and then I woke up in here. They're always joking. They're gonna drop me in lava. I know that.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's not pull that lever.
Even more reason to pull the lever.
He says, I don't know, man. Like I know I see him open those cages with these like those sigils y'all guys got in your things. I know they open those cages with that. But I don't know. Like I don't know how they. No one's actually ever come out to this cage. They just yell at me, and every now and then they throw some food at the cage."
Cool.
Yeah.
Mist wants to wave his sigil in front of the cage.
Cool. You're still pretty like ways distance. You wouldn't be able to necessarily reach it where you are.
Mist points at it.
COVID has something that can fly and bring over the sigil?
Covid does.
Yeah!
Covid's gonna turn into a bat.
Cool. I have to ask a question. Is at this point in time is Thorin trying to pull the lever?
No!
Bad Thorin.
I can't hear Thorin.
Nobody can.
We're not
'cause
all
he's
the
not
way
talking.
up to the top yet.
No, yeah, it's on this level. You're on the 3rd floor. It's the liver is here on this level.
No, Thorn's not gonna pull the lever. I
Okay.
think I should, but it's a group majority. Like,
Yeah,
Everyone
okay.
said no.
Yeah, okay.
they
All right.
said no. I'm not gonna be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Thorn's very much a democracy related person. He's like, yeah, I guess we took a vote and it's fine.
All right.
That's why I got thrown in prison.
All right. So let's do your transformation then, if that's what we're gonna do.
Bad boy. With a
Oh.
7.
Okay.
Bad
Alright.
boy, what you gonna,
So
what you gonna do?
let's hear the transformation then.
My skin starts elongating off of my sides and across my hands. It just stretches. More cracking. There's always cracking. It's very painful every time, but kind of fun.
Pause for a minute. I get tired of seeing him, his bones crack and shit and changing, so I throw my cape over him so I don't have to see that shit. He can just come out when he's done. I'm done with this.
A
I'm
lot of
tired of
like
seeing
you
Real
with
King.
cracking.
It's
That's
gross.
That's all you hear.
Gross.
Yeah, and you probably believe that his transformations are powered by global warming anyway. So
Yeah. Mutation?
Chemtrails, yo.
yeah,
Evolution.
yeah, yeah. So you start changing the cloak gets thrown over you, and you emerge as a bat.
Shit, Dracula. I'm a vampire. I told you guys we couldn't trust him.
All right. Cool.
I'm gonna pick up my guard sigil that I took from the dude, and I'm just gonna fly over there and just flap it around in front of the cage.
Cool. Yeah. So okay. You fly over there, and you're getting close to the cage with the guard sigil. Let's I'm gonna roll on something for that. Let's see if it.
Oh, no.
See if the interaction goes okay. We'll roll basically a defy danger, and that will be with
He's flapping wings.
Constitution.
Dexterity.
Constitution.
Oh no.
All right, is this the one that gets the +1?
Yes, it's your first action as an animal, so you'll get a +1.
Okay. That is 10.
Oh.
Woo! Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So as you fly close, the lock sort of begins to glow and react to the sigil as you near it. So
Yeah, open that bitch.
I'm gonna squeak and keep going. Just
yeah, okay, yeah. So as you place the sigil against the lock, you just hear a little like ka-chink, and Ted pushes the door right open. It opens right up, but he's still like he's suspended in the middle of the room, right? So
Right.
okay. I'm gonna use one of my holds then.
okay,
I'm gonna summon the pack, and we're gonna fly him down.
okay, yeah, right,
Create a flock of bats, man.
right.
You just turned into a bat and then became Batman. Like, what the heck, dude?
So yeah, you summon a what is a it's not a flock of bats.
It's not a flock.
What's a
I don't have
group
no
of-
idea what
It's
it
not a
is.
murder. It's not a what is it?
No, that's crows.
Yeah,
An infestation.
yeah, I guess.
Colony of bats.
Oh, a horde. You summon a horde
A
of bats.
horde of bats.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's called a
I
colony.
Colony.
So
Yeah,
now,
she's right. It's called Colony of Bats.
okay, you order a colony of bats, sure. So let's get you to roll on strength though to see how well they support
Oh,
this
God.
pretty large
Hopefully, it's
orc.
just slow as fall.
That's all we need is a slow fall.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Sacrifice your brethren
Ooh.
to save him.
Yeah, so you guys get him out of the cage, but you immediately start to descend, and so you and the orc and is that your last hold too?
No, that was my first one.
Oh, your first
Flying
hold.
is just a natural
Oh,
action.
yeah, okay. So yeah, but you all start falling to the ground, and he reaches up and grabs a hold of you, and so it won't be a fatal fall, but you're gonna take 6 damage minus any armor that you have, and so will he. He will also take 6 damage. And let me give him some HP real quick, because he might die.
I am quite injured.
You killed Ted.
Ted's still alive. I mean, he's an orc.
Oh.
He said he might die. Not he did.
Yeah, he's I mean, he's an orc. He's got a decent amount of HP, right?
He's tough.
Yeah. But yeah, he falls down with an oof, and he drags you down with him, sort of like, and as he hits the ground, his hand hits the ground with you in it. But he's down, and then the bats fly away after you guys hit the ground. So you and Ted are on the bottom floor, and then the rest of you are up on the top floor.
Temperance, I'm pretty sure we need to heal him.
Yeah, I need to heal, and also, so what's everybody's health at right now?
I'm 100.
10 of
21.
21.
Huh?
I'm 21.
I'm 10 of 21.
Okay, since you're 10, I'm 15. I'll go ahead and I will take off my magic weapon and roll to cure light wounds.
Okay. Well, you guys have to run to the bottom. Are you gonna run to the bottom then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you make it to the bottom. There's really no problem. As you're running though, a few goblins do like approach the edge of their cage, and reach out, particularly towards Mist as he runs by. But they're weak. They're weak. They're not catching you or anything. They just sort of like reach out and
They fucking touch me. I'm gonna kill all of them.
they let out sort of a groan, like a wheeze, like a yeah, as you run by. But
I'm
that's
gonna
it.
look at them
Rexy.
and tell them they can rot in their cage and kick at them.
Sure.
Since I hit the ground, I'm gonna transform back and be like, "Why the fuck did you grab me?"
He's
It was bad communication.
Ted kind of groans.
You were
Like, oh,
speaking
I
out
thought
locked.
he said, I thought you had saved me. You seem to be their leader. I thought you maybe had more power.
We're bats.
Oh, weak.
So yeah, you all get to the bottom, and then are we attempting a healing then?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's roll for that. Cure light wounds.
I rolled a 7.
Okay. There's some consequences for rolling a 7.
Okay.
What consequence do you take?
I'm trying to figure out what consequence
Look at the spells, and if you look under cast a spell,
has to.
I think it's cast a spell.
Okay.
Yep. We like draw unwanted attention, or lose the spell, or there's options that you can choose from.
FYI, I do have adventuring gear. Or,
Yeah, so do
Yeah.
I have
so.
5 potions.
You have 5 potions.
I dr-
from where?
I draw unwanted attention.
It's on my page. I never used them, but it's like right behind the key that I got on our first game.
Right. Okay. So all right. I will fictionally say that you picked those up in the armory while you were in there, because you would not have had them in the cell.
It's fine if you were to say that I didn't have
Yeah.
them, then I'd be fine with that. I understand. I was just saw that they were wrote down here.
Okay.
You draw unwanted attention.
Cool.
That's the worst one to pick. Thanks
Yeah.
a
Really?
lot. Yeah, we're all
Thanks.
gonna die now.
You're being a real Karen right now.
Sure.
Wow. Wow. The other 2 were pretty bad too, but
Temperance Karen.
Yep.
Huh?
All right, cool.
Temperance
Wow.
Karen.
Well, go ahead and do some healing.
Yep. So we can lose it all.
6.
Cool. So COVID, you can take an additional 6 health for yourself. The use of your magic has stirred the goblins, right?
Oh no.
And they start like gathering all of their jail cells, and they sort of grab onto them. They're rattling, right? So you hear this almost deafening rattling noise as they all are furiously shaking at their cages. But meanwhile, you've got Ted down in here. Do you have any questions for Ted or anything? You guys...
I was gonna give him. Did we heal Ted?
Can we question him in another
but
place?
we should.
I give Ted a healing potion.
All right, cool. Yeah, Ted takes a healing potion. It's a standard healing potion, so it heals for 10, and he's back to full
Okay.
health. So
Okay, cool.
um,
I am down a healing potion.
yep. So
I would like to ask Ted what he did to get put in prison. I'm curious.
he says, "Oh man, like I'd rather not talk about it right now."
Does
I'd
it
rather
involve
not
a
let
sheep?
you out of the prison?
Huh?
I said I don't want to help him then if he's not going to tell me
Cool,
what the
cool.
fuck.
He says, "But look, man, look, I got some information to help us get out of here. All right, I can share that with you." Listen. All right, so normally the only way out of this place is through the top level, but I happen to know that in the warden's quarters, in the back, there's an exit that allows you to exit the side of the building, and it's only up one more floor from here.
Okay.
Would I have seen this before in my usual sexcapades with the warden?
You would have seen his quarters. You wouldn't have necessarily gone past the back room.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went through the back door to the back room, you know?
No,
Right,
Yeah.
but not that back door.
Yeah. No, he went through the front door to get to the back door.
All right, the warden went through his back door. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
As an ooze, is there really even a door?
yeah.
I mean, at this point, why not?
Yeah. So what do you? I mean, you have this like deafening noise now coming from the cages. What are you guys doing?
Well, I don't want to
We
be.
need to run.
Get the fuck out of here and heal later.
Or run and try and
Let's go to the warden's office. It's got to be better than being in this room with a fuckload of
Cool.
pissed off goblins.
And Kobe kind of knows the way to the warden's office, so he can certainly lead you there.
Ugh, God, that place. Let's go.
All right, cool. So yeah, you make your way out of the room, and sort of the noise of the clamoring fades behind you as you sort of make your way. Yep. All right, cool. And so then you make your way to the warden's office, if you can call it that. And it's a place.
Pretty effed up, yeah.
It's a
It looks a lot less like a sex dungeon than I thought it would, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that rabbit's not for food on the wall.
Yeah. No, and the duck beside it.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh, that duck
That
was
it-
there last time.
is that a pig?
Yeah, there's a pig on the fire. Yeah.
Yep, and a turkey on the table for extra stuffing.
Yeah. There's a snake, which is seemingly, I guess, alive, just crawling around doing its thing.
You'll be surprised how much that axe got used.
That's what fetches the gerbils. The snake gets the gerbils out.
Yeah. So
It puts the mead on its skin, or else it goes to snake again.
there is a hammer.
so just as you walk in the room, out of the back door, which is sort of where you'd want to come. Out
Oh,
pops-
that's right. Yeah.
Out the back door where you want to come.
Yeah.
Um,
out pops the warden.
I
And-
bet.
And also Ziggury, Gunny the warden and Ziggury. Ziggury's the warden's pants are down and Ziggury's like wiping his face.
I was thinking you were gonna say.
I knew there was something
Yeah.
odd about
So
you.
they're startled to see you, but Gunny definitely he yells, "What in the ever loving hell is this shit?" Right?
It's 4:30.
And he sees
I guess for him it'd be explored 30.
yeah.
So,
And
I'm gonna do a little hand signals and be like, "Dude, there's something hanging off your ear. Just wipe it off.
it's gel.
It's distracting me."
He sees Ted, and he says, "That god orc." He says, "That mother and asshole that slept with my wife."
Yeah.
Yeah. He says.
No qualms.
He says.
Okay, I'm down with Ted.
Yeah. He says, "Now that you've escaped, I can kill you with no problem." And he says, "Mist, Temperance, what are you doing?"
I would ask you what you're doing, buddy.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of crap all over your face.
Yeah. He doesn't. Ziggury does.
Right.
Yeah.
The
So,
warden just had
All
his
right, boys, your face red.
yeah. He says,
Pants are down.
He says, "Look here, I ask the questions. I'm in charge."
Doesn't look that way right now.
I want to kick him in the balls.
So you just want to
I
run
want
up
to
to
laugh at his tiny wiener.
Yes, please.
I
crowd
want to catch him while his pants are down.
Is he gonna run up and scream dick kick and then
I want to
just
do.
go
I want
flying
to do a
at him?
psychic attack and make fun of his genitals.
him?
How is Thorin the dwarf gonna kick him in the balls? Is he gonna like do a back kick and flip or something? Or is he
I
gonna
just
headbutt him?
kicked a
What's-
guy
He's-
with.
he's-
I'm gonna go like
He's
jump
also
up
a
and.
dwarf, right?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
then we're good.
Yeah, we were in a dwarven prison.
Okay.
Most people here are dwarves, right?
Can I recommend you not turn him on?
So do you go kick him in the balls, Thorin? Is that something you're attempting?
Thorin's gonna go and just do his super kick like he did to the other guy, and just go both feet straight to
Yeah.
the man area.
So he so yeah, let's roll. Let's see if that happens, right? Let's roll for it.
Come on, rolls. It's gonna be a 7.
Cool. And then roll for some damage.
As he's going to do this, Mist yells, "Sweep the third leg!"
That's gonna be a 9.
Cool. So as you go to make your kick, you're flying towards him, and as that happens, Ziggury dives in the way, and you end up hitting Ziggury square in the chest as he's like diving. You and Ziggury fall to the floor, and as that's happening, Gunny's pulling up his pants, and Gunny grabs one of the carving knives off the table and throws it at you, and catching you just in the side of the leg as you hit the ground. So that was you said it was 7 damage that you were doing. 7, I believe.
No, 7 is what I got to hit.
Oh, what was the damage? 9. Was it 9 damage?
9.
was
9 was
Yeah,
the damage because I was like, that's not right.
Yeah.
First one was a 4, and I know I didn't get a 3.
9. All right, cool. So yeah, and the 9 damage is transferred to Ziggury. So let me do something. And then Gunny just thrown a knife and hit you in the leg with it. And so I think it's time for some boss music, right? Boss music's appropriate this time. What?
We got 2 songs going on here.
Yeah, that's
the,
weird, man.
Yeah, it is weird. I'm supposed to stop. There you go. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go fuck the warden up. Why not?
Okay.
He'll
I
like
wouldn't
that.
change your words.
Nope. Words chosen appropriately. That's a 10.
You've chose your choice.
All right, and let's roll for some damage.
That is a 2.
Okay, so you're barely gonna scratch this dude. Tell me what you do though.
I prick him in the prick.
Well, he's pulled his pants up, right? So it's through the clothes, right?
It can go through his pants.
Yeah.
I do 1 damage.
Yeah.
Like I said, I prick him in his prick.
Yeah. So you go for his
junk.
member. Yeah, his junk. You know, dwarves have pretty hard skin, so his junk.
Yeah.
You know, and his junk's already hard as it is, right? So,
He's got
you
4
do
skin.
you do a little bit of damage, but it's nothing major, right?
Yeah, it's just a little prick.
Yeah, it's just a little prick. And
See, in this world, there's no foreskin. There's force skin.
Yeah,
So it's like
Jesus,
stops the
man.
the dwarves, man, it's 5 skin, all right? Right. He puts his hands on his hips and he laughs and he says, COVID snake bites are worse than that.
From behind, you're welcome.
You're
And-
welcome.
And and this time Ziggury sort of like stood back up from the attack. What are Kobe and Temperance doing?
I would like to do a hack and slash, but like just a physical move since I don't have my or the magic weapon.
Yeah, okay.
And I fail at that hard. All right.
Okay, who are you attacking?
I was going to attack the warden Gunny.
Yeah, so you come down on him with your staff, and he just reaches his hand up and grabs it, jerks it out of your hands, and slams it right back into your forehead, knocking you and letting go of the staff, and so you and the staff fly backwards. and in doing so, you're going to take 3 damage, minus any armor that you have, knocking you backwards. What's Kobe doing?
Kovid's gonna look at the warden and be like, ready for one I didn't show you. And then I'm gonna transform into a cave bear.
Okay, alright. So let's roll for that transformation then.
That is
Oh,
13.
you are all kind of cave bear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
This one is way different. There's no cracking of bones, but I start getting bigger and bigger and bigger until I finally just lurch forward, hair poofs out from me. Horn grows from my head because apparently cave bears have horns.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
What is your what are your moves?
Since it's supposed to be my strongest, it has 3 different ones. It is a sweeping strike, which attacks multiple people.
Okay.
A furious swipe, which does stronger damage.
Okay.
You decide how much that is.
Yep.
And then the typical breakthrough, where I just plow through people.
Okay. All right. Cool. So yeah, as you've turned into a bear, when you do so, you see the warden like light up with a big old smile across his face, and you see almost like a twitch in his pant region. So
Yeah, he likes horns.
yeah, he likes it horny. So
Like some hairy.
yeah. What's Thorn doing?
Thorin gets up. Ziggury. What's he doing?
So he's up and he's looking like he's like he's threatening to attack, but he's Barney Fife, right? So he's sort of like jittery.
I think he
and,
might be worse than Barney.
Yeah. He's like jittery and whatever. So
At least Barney Fife could do something. So I'm gonna cup chuck him right in the head.
cool.
That's a 9.
All right, cool. So yeah, you tell me how you do it. You're not gonna kill him, but it'll hurt.
Hold up. No, it's a 9 to hit.
Oh, not hit. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So okay, then roll for damage.
It's a 4 to hit.
4 hit. Okay. So we'll
Or-
roll for damage. Yep. So then tell me how you hit him.
So I just look at him and I hit him with my cup chuck right on the side of the head and be like, "You had something in your teeth."
Cool. You hit him. You knock his face to the side. He falls. As he does that, though, Gunny grabs you by the head,
Oh,
picks you up, brings you to his face, and says, "No one hits my bitch but me." And he tosses you against the adjacent wall.
Damn.
Right, and you take 5 damage. Definitely getting over you got. So, what does Miss do?
Miss pulls his red dagger out and goes to cut Gunny.
All right, cool. Let's roll for that.
8.
Cool. So then roll for damage.
All right. A 5.
Cool. Where do you stab him at?
I'm gonna cut him across his. I'm gonna go for his neck.
Cool. So you swing for his neck. It does like go into his neck, but it lodges. Like you can't make a clean cut. And as it lodges, he takes his one of his legs, picks it up, and like Spartan kicks you across the room.
Sweet.
Right. And you said that was 5 damage.
5
right?
damage.
Yeah, 5
Yep.
damage. Okay. Sorry. Do the maths first. Cool.
And he's gonna take a bleed damage now every
Yep.
turn, right?
Yeah. He'll take.
Yeah.
You basically roll a d4 basically every time it comes back down to your turn to see how that happens.
Cool.
But he grabs the knife and he pulls it out of his neck and he says, "Well, thank you for bringing my dear Jenny to me."
Oh, great.
Yep.
I'm taking
And-
that fucker back.
And so as you hit the wall, what is Temperance up to?
I'm gonna try to heal myself because I definitely need it.
Cool.
heal myself.
7.
All right. And then what do you want the negative effect to be?
The negative effect.
Don't summon more guards.
Okay, I'll have to take the -2 ongoing to cast a spell until next time then.
Okay. All right.
Until I get to commune.
Yeah, and then roll for your healing.
Oh, great. A 2.
All right. Well, yeah, you heal for some. What is Kovid doing in all this?
Kovid's gonna go ahead and use one of his holds to use the sweeping strike, try and hit them both.
All right. So
What you get?
it's basically roll for attack, and then we'll roll for damage. All right. And then roll for damage.
Let's see with that, it's the 8, 7.
All right. Yeah. So you'll hit both for 7 damage. This will ultimately kill Zigri,
Good.
and then do some damage to Gunny there.
Gunny.
So, okay, cool. So tell me how it happens.
All right. Well, I'm gonna charge up, growling as a bear would.
Yeah.
And when I charge up, I'm gonna take my paw up, hit. What was his name? Zigri.
Zigri.
Yep.
Yep.
Hit him, and with the upswing, smack Gunny across the face, and
Ooh,
then bear chuckle.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely. You catch Zigri dies. Guts spilling on the floor or whatever. And then
Good.
then Gunny takes the hit across the face. His head goes up, and then he just sort of brings it back down. And he says he's sort of like breathing heavy, and he says, "More." Yeah. And so while that's happening, what is Mist up to?
Mist is pretty pissed off that the dagger got took from him.
Okay.
So he's going to run back at Gunny, and he's going to try to take the hand with the dagger in it with his sword.
Okay.
Try to chop that shit right off.
Roll for attack then.
That's a 10.
All right, and roll for damage.
That's a 7.
Cool. You won't take the hand, but you might get him to drop the dagger possibly. So
Good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Describe the action then.
All right, so I run up and I just do an upward sweep and catch him on his wrist, and it goes mostly through and it gets stuck, and I say, "Not this time," and I yank it out. And in yanking, I guess he flicks the dagger out of his hand.
Yeah, so the dagger falls to the ground, and he takes 7 damage, right? So,
Does the bleed effect happen on Joel's turn or Gunny's turn?
Joel's turn. So
My turn.
let's roll a d4 to see what he takes.
Yeah. 2.
All right, cool. So I take an additional.
Also, because I did a 10 on the attack, can I snatch that dagger off of him when it falls?
You can snatch it, opening yourself up to attack, basically, if you want to do that. If you want to do that in the same turn.
I'm going to get attacked to grabbing it anyway, so fuck it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So as you go down to scoop up the dagger, Gunny takes his other hand, the one that you didn't cut, and he backhands you across one of the benches there.
Cool.
Yep. And you'll take 5 damage on that.
All right.
But you have the dagger is back in your position. What is Thorn doing?
Well, Thorin is really mad that he touched his hair. So Thorin's gonna get up, and he's gonna run up and try and shoulder tackle him.
Okay. Let's roll on strength.
That's a 4.
Yep. So you run up to shoulder tackle him, but he just he wraps his arms around you, and like suplexes you. He rears back, suplexing you head first into the ground, and you take just 2 damage though. You're a dwarf. You're hard-headed. And
I feel like a deer.
Yeah. So you hit the ground and fall over as he raises back up. And as he's sort of raising back up, what is Temperance doing?
I gotta try to heal again.
All right.
This one time it's a -1, so.
Yep.
And then. Okay, it's a 12 in total. Thank goodness.
Cool.
Alright. That's an 8. Oh, thank God.
Nice. All right. So while you're healing, what's COVID doing?
Covid's gonna use another hold to use his Furious Swipe, the stronger attack.
All right. Cool. And also your mic.
Sorry.
Yep. All right. Cool.
So initially it's a D8. How do you want me to do the stronger part? You want me to just roll a D4 with it?
Roll an additional D6 for say. You're an animal.
All right. There's the 8 and there's the 6. So 9 more damage.
Cool. Yeah. So just give me a description on your attack.
Well, since he's gonna have said more, I'm gonna oblige. And this time, instead of swiping upwards, I'm gonna stand up on my hind legs, bring my paw up, and just slam it down on top of his head.
Cool.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit him in the head, and it knocks him to the ground. And as it happens, he rolls over on his back and just starts rubbing the blood all over his body and saying, "Oh, baby, you know what I like." Yeah. He's a weird dude. What is?
I'm not shocked, but I'm not enthused either.
Yeah. Right. So,
You're just whelmed at this
yeah.
moment. You're not over. You're not under. You're just whelmed.
It's perfectly.
So what is Mist up to?
Mist is not digging the fact that he just got kicked into the wall, so he's gonna jump back up and try to take a big slice out of his leg
Okay.
to keep me from getting kicked again.
Yeah. All right.
That's 8.
Okay.
That's another 8.
Okay.
Plus 4 for bleed. Woo!
All right. Cool.
Just fucked his day up.
Yeah. Are you slicing him with the dagger or with your regular weapon?
No, just with my
rapier.
yeah, with my regular one, rapier.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, cool. So what was that? 4 damage. So 12 damage total.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Yeah. So tell me how it all goes down, I guess.
All right. Well, pretty mad, so I jump up and I go running at him, and I just take this big arcing chop at his ankle.
Yeah.
And I go right through it, and I just continue my swing, and I kind of do like an arc through one of his legs, and maybe catch his other arm or something.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So yeah, he falls to one knee on the ground, and definitely not in the best of shapes anymore. And then as that happens, just more blood is pouring out of the open wound on his chest, damaging him further. What? Cool. What is Thorn up to?
So Thorn's gonna get up after 2 failed attempts on this guy, and I'm gonna attack his other knee and try and shatter it.
Okay.
All right, that's a 9.
All right. Roll for damage.
That's gonna be 6.
Okay, you're gonna take him out.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna take my cup chuck and I'm gonna take one of them and hit his knee, shattering his knee to where he falls down. And I'm just gonna look him in the, or I'm gonna look him in the eye and be like, "Who's the bitch now?" And just smack him with the other cup.
All right, cool. Yeah, and you effectively kill him as you with that last hit as he falls to the ground. And that seems to be the end of the warden. While all this has been going on, Ted's been kind of like kind of off in the corner, like
Wonder what
Being
Ted was
lazy.
doing.
Yeah, he's like off in the corner, like trying to like not be a part of anything that's going on here. Uh,
Freaking
and
Ted.
The only sensible person.
I
yeah,
don't trust Ted.
yeah. So what do you guys do?
I loot the body,
Cool.
the warden's
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, I mean, he's got nothing.
I'd be very
super-
careful with what you find.
Yeah, I mean, he was just doing his business, so he's not got a lot on him. On his belt buckle is, I guess, a like a master sigil. It's like a golden sigil instead of the silver ones for the prison. But that's the only thing of like note that he would have on him.
Then I take the master sigil.
Cool. All right.
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna start knocking over the torches and stuff. Just light this whole fucking room on fire.
All right.
Wait. We need to make sure we can get out before you light the place on fire.
I'm actually in agreement with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go and talk to Ted and be like, "Hey, how do we get out of here?"
Yeah. So Ted kind of walks over to you guys. And is like, guys, that was nuts. You guys are awesome. And so you ask him basically how to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, cool, yeah, man. Like, there's this door, like, right past this where they just came out of. Yeah, man. This is like, I mean, I'm ashamed to say it, but this is how I snuck in and like, diddled his wife. So he's like, yeah,
So
Why
This
does
is
he have
the
his wife in the
diddle door.
prison?
The diddle door.
yeah.
The diddle door. Wow.
Hey, well, do you ask about his wife?
No, I don't care.
Yes, I do. I care everything. I
Yeah,
must
yeah.
know.
He's like, well, man, after he caught us, he put her down in the lowest level of the prison. She's down there locked up.
Oh, she dead now.
He's
We've
like,
let a
man,
lot of prisoners go down there.
he says, man,
No, yeah.
we gotta get out of here, man. I can't be in here any longer, dude. So,
All right, I'm down with that.
so he leads you sort of to the
Out the diddle door.
knocking shit over. Just burn it down.
to the diddle door, right? And
Yeah.
you can
To
see
the
sort
great
of,
diddle door.
an opening that leads out to the wide world outside. This would be sort of like mid-level on the cliff face, where you could walk out. Essentially, there's some area that you could walk out to. So do you take the exit then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
I transform back when we take the exit, by the
Now
way.
it's locked, right? So you need a way to get out. I'm sure you probably have a way though.
Golden sigil.
Sure.
Yeah. So you hold the golden sigil.
I
up to
hold
it.
the golden sigil up and
It unlocks.
see what
and
happens.
You
Wham,
start-
wham, bada, bam.
you start walking out, and you guys sort of make your way up to I guess the road, because there's only like cliff face off here, so there's like basically a little bit of path that gets you up to the main level.
Gotcha.
Yep. And you start walking off, right?
Yep.
Do you part ways at this point? I mean, you have no allegiances to each other really, other than Mist and Thorn.
I am going to give Temperance instructions to one of the recruiters, like a way to get to a recruiter. Be like, "Come see me sometime," and then I'm going to transform into a bat and fly off.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna yell, "Stay fucking crazy, man. See you later."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
You stay classy, San Diego.
Cool. And Temperance just
What is Temperance doing?
Obviously, Temperance does not have her job at the prison anymore. I wouldn't think.
No, but luckily I have enough saved
Yeah.
up from like the shady dealings that I'm doing that I could go off on my own adventure.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think Temperance has heard about this guy named Baylor that's stirring things up and feels pretty interested in that.
Start my own cult. All right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, and then Thorin and Mist start making their way back toward the Minotaur continent, I guess, where most of their stuff's going on.
Fuck yeah, man. I tell Ted to let his daddy know that I fulfilled my end of the deal, and I'll drink with him another day.
Yeah, well, Ted will probably like head in the same direction as you guys, because he's from that area, the other side, so he might travel with you just a little bit longer. Yeah, if he says like, "Hey guys, is it cool if I travel with you?" It's like, I'm a city boy, man. This not traveling's not for me.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So y'all go your different directions. One thing that is of an interest, Temperance, as you're walking down the road, you get a couple miles down the road, and you pass someone you have some familiarity with, someone who frequented the nunnery and did some training there. It's Regan, the necromancer war hero. And he passes. He's like, "Oh, Temperance, it's weird to see you outside of the prison. Let's say, you have the day off or something?"
Regans.
You could say that.
Oh man, all right. Well, I'm headed that way right now. I got some work to do for Gunny. I guess I'll see you around.
Maybe you will.
Yeah. And so
Foreshadowing.
he heads off in the general direction of the dungeon, and that's it, man. That's you guys are done.
Good old prison broke.
That was cool.
Also at player level, you guys could have used those sigils to open a lot of things, and you didn't. So.
It's more fun to pick locks and stuff.
So,
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Joel, you should have made Mist have like the prison walkways and stuff tattooed on his body, like prison break. Wait,
So-
where's that exit again? Like it was somewhere around
Yeah.
here. I remembered it.
So yeah, it's good times. Think that's like
Wait.
playing. Yeah.
I will say 100% I don't mind if you make him pop up again as part of an evil organization.
Oh yeah, sure. We can definitely use
Who,
some of these
Kovi?
characters again, so yeah.
Or the
Yes.
necromancer.
Both, maybe. Who knows?
Well, Necromancer's dead, right? He
He's
died.
totally dead. We killed the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right.
That concludes this session.